Joining me tonight is the one and only Moira Rose. Oh wait, no. I was confused by all the wigs and the fabulous outfits. Joining me tonight is Katie Kassube, a dear friend from Minnesota, who is the most fun person I have ever been around. Hi, Katie. Welcome to Quarantini Time.
Hi, Laura. I've missed you.
Oh, I've missed you. What are we drinking tonight?
I'm having a dirty martini. 3 blue cheese olives.
Oh,
Trace for my Hispanic friends.
So you were my first ever guest on Quarantini Time before it was actually Quarantini Time. You and Lori Carranza, who was my second guest on the show, were the two people that helped me come up with this idea. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. I like to think I'm a pioneer in helping people think of things.
I know that you are a big fan of traveling. You try to travel whenever you can. What has been your favorite place to go to so far?
Oh, that's a tough question, Laura. Honestly, I've been so many places, but there's so many places I've never been. I don't know. But if I'm going to go on vacation that I want to truly enjoy myself and just embrace everything, I love New Orleans.
We have actually been in New Orleans together and had a blast. We packed for a week in a backpack.
Mardi Gras, baby. Mardi Gras.
Oh, that was so much fun. So I like to travel places because of the food they have, obviously. If I'm going somewhere, it's got to have the best food ever. So what is the best food you've had while traveling?
In New Orleans, for sure, barbecue shrimp. My favorite of all time. With the crusty bread, you dip it in all the spicy, buttery, garlicky goodness. I'm going to go with that one. That's it right there. Barbecue shrimp in New Orleans.
And during this whole pandemic situation, have you had to cancel any travel plans?
I was supposed to be in Dallas this last week for the Women in Food Service Convention. So yes, I did have to travel or cancel some work plans.
So when I'm in Minnesota and I come to visit you, every time I come to your house, there are these creepy dolls sitting around. What is the backstory to these creepy dolls? And do you have a favorite?
I do, Laura. I do have a favorite. Her name's Linda. Linda, this is Laura.
Hello, Linda. Very nice to meet you.
One of my favorite creepy dolls. By the way, she keeps her hand in her pants all the time. Just does it. I don't know. But Linda was given to me for my 45th birthday, along with a bunch of other dolls. So she actually sits in my front porch in a chair, and every time the FedEx man delivers something, she greets him.
That's terrifying.
I know.
Why do you have these dolls? Are they gifts? Do you find them at the thrift stores?
Are gifts that have been given to me over the years, and now it's just a fun game. I display them proudly.
As like you should. They are treasures.
Treasures, and that's a very good word. That's a good way to put it.
During this whole pandemic crisis, we've all been spending so much time at home. I know you've been doing a lot of baking and cooking, as have I. It's been a good way to teach my kid math, I guess. What has been your thing to conquer during this stay-at-home time?
Well, as always, I'm trying to work on myself, as we always all are, correct? And I really feel that 2 things that I need to work on are my patience and my rule following. And so I think that bread is going to be the most exact. I feel that bread is going to be what I have to do. So I have to follow the rules of bread, and I have to be patient because of the raising of bread. And so I'm really working on bread. I've made a fantastic artisan loaf already. Next, I'm going to make a focaccia. And then I've got a couple other recipes I'm going to work on too. But bread is what I want to conquer.
I will tell you that I call focaccia focaccia bread.
That's great.
There you go. In the line of staying home a lot, I'm sure we've all been watching so much TV. What have you been binge watching?
I have been watching a lot of different things. I actually haven't been home a ton just because I am still working full time and not in home. So I've been catching up on my regular shows, and then I suppose I'm always watching The Office or Schitt's Creek on something.
So you're a James Lipton fan, right? From his time in Arrested Development, stuff like that?
You know it.
Oh, he was such a great warden in that show.
No touching.
No touching. So I'm going to do our little questionnaire that I've turned his into a little COVID-19 questionnaire, if you're ready to go with that.
Let's roll.
All right. What's your favorite word?
My favorite word is not going to be quite as complicated as Kelly's because I'm not that smart. My favorite word is onion. I can type it with one hand, and onions make everything better.
What is your least favorite word?
Can't.
Did you write down your answers and have them over there?
Maybe.
Who would you most like to be in a stay-at-home quarantine with?
Ryan Reynolds. Thank Canada for him every day.
And
every day.
Who would you not like to be in a stay-at-home quarantine with?
Got a three-way tie here. The dude from Nickelback, Jimmy Buffett, and Phil Collins. I can't decide. So it's one of the three. I don't care. Any of them. None of them. All of them.
I would think you would want Phil Collins so that you could FaceTime with Jen Epper every day and have him sing to her.
You know, we tried to do a Touch Tunes when we were in New Orleans to Jen at Buffalo Wild Wings recently, but it doesn't reach that far. I went so far as to text the owner and see if she was still there, which Snapchat said she was. And if she was still there, we were going to have him play it for us.
What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck!
What sound or noise do you love?
I love the sound of the lake. Water.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Probably people knocking on my door. The dogs barking. Yeah.
If you could only have one type of food during this stay-at-home quarantine, what would it be? You being a food person, this is a very important question.
I know. So if I could say a cheese/charcuterie board, I could live off of this. But I'm guessing you're saying it has to be one type of food. So I'm going with cheese and charcuterie board.
It's up. You can do whatever you want. I leave these questions very wide open.
I'd be good with that the rest of my life.
You could get some good stuff on there.
I know. That's the thing. So much variety. You could really play with things.
What profession other than yours would you like to attempt?
It's very interesting that you started out my episode here with travel, because if I could do anything, I would love to be like a travel show host. I would love to go places and say, this is where you need to go and this is what you need to do and you got to go to this far and you have to eat this food. And I would totally love that.
I would watch that show in a heartbeat.
Right? I think I have good ideas and taste, and I would love that. I would absolutely love that.
So what profession other than yours would you not like to do?
Last year, 2 years ago, when I was at Hockey Day, Minnesota, it was in Bemidji and it was 40 below zero. And people urinated all over the sides of the porta potties and it froze. So I would not want to be the person that has to empty porta potties ever at any temperature.
I can't even imagine that. Oh my goodness.
It was a good time.
So last question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you enter the pearly gates?
Come on in. The water's great.
And with that, thank you so much for joining me on my show tonight. Moira Rose, a.k.a. Katie Kassube. May the dirty martinis treat you well.
Love you, friend. Stay safe.
Wash your
Cheers.
hands. Cheers.